Have you ever wondered how people used to travel about a couple of decades ago? When the internet was just a thing of the imagination, travelers had dusty old travel guides, books, and maps that they had to carry to get adequate information to travel safely. Fortunately, we are today living in an era where we have everything available at our fingertips quite literally. So why not use these resources to the fullest and make travel easier and more convenient? Welcome to 5-Minute Travel Tips with Veena World. I am Neil Patil, and today I will be telling you about how Google can come to the rescue in multiple situations. Despite being a regular user of the internet and technology, there are some basic things that we often forget it can do for us. So let's Google our way through these. Starting with the basics. Make thorough use of the internet while you're planning a trip. Things like weather, destination tips and tricks should be researched with utmost attention beforehand so that you don't have to scramble for last-minute solutions. Look at the kind of places you'll be visiting and search for any rules or regulations that they have for that place. For example, a lot of forts and temples need people to be fully covered as they enter. So this will help you avoid an uncomfortable situation where you are refused entry after traveling so far. You can be prepared beforehand and pack accordingly. If you're traveling with Veena World, our pre-departure team will certainly have this sent to you in the pre-departure message. Next up, Google can be an excellent lifesaver when you go to a place and you don't speak their language. Google Translate may not be 100% accurate, but it has come a long way since it was first launched. You can't possibly learn a new language in a few days as you are planning on visiting a new destination. So this is a great tool that can help you communicate better with the locals and the people that you come across when you're traveling. You can just select the language, type in the words you need to be translated, and voila, it's done. You can even click a photo and upload it to Google Translate and it does the job for you. We did that in Japan and man, it was a lifesaver. Number 3. We all know how overpaying for something sucks. Often shopkeepers figure out that you're a tourist and mark up their prices like crazy. In such situations, you can just pull out Google and search online for the price of that item. This is the best way to ensure that you don't get ripped off, and you can even compare prices right there and then and decide if the item is worth buying. You can nowadays get everything online. Unlike the olden days when you couldn't find a well-embroidered bedsheet anywhere but Rajasthan, you can now order it online from sellers all over the world. And if you want to pick it up then and there, Google can just help you find the average price for the item and you can buy it after a satisfactory quality check. Moving on, we have already talked about trying new food and expanding your food palette a few episodes ago. But what about dish that you have never even heard of? How will you know what that dish is and what it contains? Yes, you guessed it right. Google will be your go-to buddy to find the answers to these questions as well. You can of course type in the name of the dish and read about what is added, how it is prepared, and if there is any allergic cautions that you must be aware of. But now you can just click a photo and get Google to do the rest. Try it the next time you're having a vada pav. It really works. Also, you can get restaurant recommendations and know more about the sites you explore. Finally, how can we forget Google Maps? The best app there is. I have heard of so many people who have experienced that cab drivers take the longer route to just jack up the price, or even sometimes to take you to an isolated route to rob you of your stuff. Never let that happen again by using Google Maps, and always get to your location via the best route. By chance, if you see the person taking an unfamiliar route, ask them to stop or call the police then and there. You're going back to the hotel and you want to pick up some food along the way? You can search for restaurants and add stops on Google Maps and get your food on the way. For this, you don't even have to worry if you have an internet connection or not. Google Maps now allows you to save maps offline and access them later. So you can save the ones that you think you'll need and use them if your internet connection disrupts while traveling. Google is indeed a search engine giant, and you can quite literally find anything and everything on this platform. Trust me, Google won't judge you for not knowing something. Plus, nobody has to know your search history other than you. This way, at least you will be able to expand your horizons of knowledge and be informed. But before I sign off, I'd like to tell you of another super cool place which is like Google but for travel. It's simple, the Veena World website. We have group tours so you don't need Google, but also we have guides, videos, podcasts, blogs, and everything you need when it comes to travel under one roof. Thank you for listening to 5-Minute Travel Tips. See you next week.